I was officially diagnosed with autism a few months ago, and I'm still really processing what in the world this actually means. And the entire reason that I ended up with a diagnosis of autism was because I'm dealing with burnout, which I now realize is compounded because it's actually autistic burnout. And I had no clue. My entire life, I just always felt super different, had no clue why I didn't fit in, why I didn't handle things as well, why I was sensitive to things. And over the last couple of years, I have really entered into a heavy season of burnout in a lot of areas of my life. And not knowing what was going on, I just didn't understand why I was having irritability, anxiety, meltdowns, crying episodes, and just never bouncing back from anything. And I kept just trying to attribute it to work stress or creative stress or, health issues, which I have a lot of. And eventually I was just like, no, wait, like there's something deeper going on here. Went down the journey and got diagnosed with autism at 26, which is, late diagnosis, adult diagnosis for autism. And I'm still having a really hard time processing what this means, but this diagnosis doesn't change who I am. It's just changing the way I view myself and the way that I am able to understand myself now. So this is not one of those videos where I'm like 5 ways to overcome burnout. I'm currently in the middle of burnout, and I wanted a space, that's why I'm starting this channel that's Lex Life, where we can truly talk about life and autism and burnout and creator overwhelm, health and faith, chronic illness, and rebuilding a healthier way to sustainably be able to create. Burnout is not changing my purpose, it's just changing the pace that I'm going at. And there's nothing wrong with changing your pace, as I am trying to learn and give myself grace in this season. Looking back on my life, never having a clue, I never considered like, oh, I might be autistic. Maybe this will explain everything that's happening to me. I just never thought that that would be me. And I just thought I'm introverted, I'm shy, I have a quiet personality, I just love alone time, I need to recharge more than other people, or I'm like extremely nerdy or just kind of don't get things that other people get, or I'm like really obsessed and have special interest about things and everybody does, right? It ended up compounding to where I always felt like I was in survival mode. Like my nervous system is completely shot. I'm talking about like every day feeling anxious, feeling just like your nerves are crawling out of your body, and not knowing how to ever be able to say like chill, rest, calm down, let it all go, like let it go. Never could figure out how to do that. And now I'm starting to rebuild, which I think is going to be a huge part of this channel, is that concept of rebuilding and sustainable creativity. Figuring out how my nervous system needs to create without burning out. Feeling out how to navigate the hustle culture that is just, everybody's just spewing at you, just work harder, push through. And I tried that. I tried pushing through. I pushed my body beyond its limits. I had physical problems from stress. I've had so much, like it hit that breaking point. That's where I'm at. I'm at that broken down breaking point of like something's got to change. I've got to figure something else out, and my life has to transition to a different season because we're almost dead at this season. And that's what's so cool about how God intervenes in your life and how God's timing is always so perfect. Because without making this video really, really long, the timing of everything that has happened for me to find out this diagnosis, to be able to understand myself and how God created my brain to work, along with just some other things in my life falling into place, only God can do things like that. And he always equips you for whatever season that you're in. Like I was able to handle, didn't feel like I was handling it, but I really was able to handle a lot of things during this previous season of my life. But whenever I hit that breaking point of like, I can no longer handle all of this, God was like, you're not supposed to. Here's your next season where you're going to change your pace. You're going to be able to rebuild the way you create, the way that I made you, so that's how your brain can function and work and do all the special talents and gifts that I've given you. And that door just opened. And right now, no, I don't have it all figured out, but I want to make this video, this channel, about the honest journey of me figuring it out with you, sharing all of this with you, because I want someone that's watching this video to be like, I feel that, I feel seen, and I'm going through something similar. You may not be autistic, but you may be feeling overwhelmed. You may be dealing with anxiety or depression, or not having direction in your life, or feeling like your puzzle piece is not there to help you understand how God's made you and what your purpose on this earth is. And that's something that we are all striving to figure out. We're following after the Lord and how He's leading us and guiding our steps. And the whole point of that journey is to just be human and to be able to have real conversations and real talks and address deeper issues. Like, I had to eventually ask myself that really tough question of like, I need to get help. I need someone to help me figure out what is going on. Like, at that point, it had reached that point where, like, yes, you face spiritual battles. Yes, you have work stress. Yes, you have creator stress. Yes, you have health problems. And then it went beyond that. And I was like, okay, at this point, there's something deeper going on. And then I was able to take the journey to get diagnosed. And it's just like that puzzle piece just dropped in. And there are so many times in life where your season is just really difficult and you feel like this is a season of breaking down, of dying, and that is part of the season. I mean, there has to be a winter season of death so that it can fertilize the seeds and the new growth so that it can come forth in spring. I mean, God designed the world around seasons. You know, the Bible says there's a time and season for everything. So even in a season of burnout, if you're feeling burnout, if you're feeling overwhelmed, or if you're just tired of this fast-paced, in your face, social media, draining culture that we're living in, I want this channel to be a space where we can have these real conversations and rebuild how we create, develop a community of, if you want to call it, slow creators. That's like, I'm literally trying to figure out how to go through this burnout season. I'm off of Instagram and Facebook right now. And that has been one of the number one things that has helped with my anxiety, my stress levels, my overwhelm during the day, like just that distracted, stressful, constantly on feeling. So I'm not saying, get off of social media. Not everyone needs to do that. But for where I'm at, what I'm dealing with right now, that was something I needed to do. And it was hard. I've been on social media. I've been a social media content creator since 2018. So you're talking about years of like, this is my entire life. Creative director at my church, we posted 6 or 7 days a week. So every single day I'm thinking about social. I'm on social. I'm posting. But what's crazy is that was my passion, and God gave me a burden for social media ministry, for my church, for creating content. It fulfilled a deep purpose in me for a very long time. I was passionate about it. But when God started transitioning me into a new season, where that was no longer, I didn't have the capacity for that anymore. And I didn't realize how much of a strain and a burden and a pull that was having on my autism, on my nervous system, on my mental health. Yes, God needed me to do it in that season, but moving into this new season, He's saying, okay, now we're going to rebuild some things. We're going to get to a healthier place. We're not going to let you stay in this unhealthy place anymore, but I have something new for you to do. And maybe you can resonate with that. Maybe there's something in your life, it may not be social media, but it may be another area where God's saying, hey, this is not the season to do this thing anymore. Maybe it's time for you to let this go. Like, I had my identity in, this is what I do. I create short form content. I create, all the social media content. This is just who I am. I'm a social media person. And I'm having to let go of that identity, and it's tough. Like, it's really tough to let go of what you have done for years and years, and you just think, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. But God's trying to transition you. He's trying to say, well, there's other people you can minister to if I use you in this way. So it's a big transition. I'm learning how to recover from burnout. I'm trying to figure out how I rebuild. And some of you may know me from my other channel that's called Lex Talk, where I talk about gear, lighting, cameras, and setup and like creator tools. And I still love that channel. I'm not going anywhere. So if anyone's coming over from Lex Talk, don't be scared. I'm still going to create on that channel. But Lex Life is going to be more of the practical side. It's going to be more of that raw, real feeling that I think we're all really craving. And I want to talk about us as creators, not losing ourselves in the process of creating and just becoming a machine that just puts out content for an algorithm. We're people, and people are meant to connect. And I want this to be a community, a place of connection. And I would love to know, leave a comment down below. Let's start a real conversation in the comments of if you're feeling or relate to any of this. The burnout, the society that we're living in, the hustle culture, the pressure that we feel as creators. This channel is for people that feel deeply, and maybe you even get tired easily. Maybe you have more hard days than you have good days. Maybe you deal with some sort of chronic illness, maybe you deal with anxiety, or you're just overwhelmed as a creator. This channel is not just for autistic people. I'm just going to be sharing things through the lens of my autism and from my perspective that I'm currently discovering. So it's going to be me finding out stuff and you finding out stuff at the same time about me. And I want this channel to be for people that want to figure out how to create sustainably for long term without tiring yourself out, burning yourself out, or just completely exploding your nervous system. And for people that want to create meaningful videos in an age where everyone's just trying to, create content that makes money and, you just kind of get in this cycle, which I'm totally doing. My Lex Talk channel, I want it to, we all want to make money as creators. And it's fine to make informational videos and educational videos, but I think sometimes we're all really seeking to make those videos that impact, that have a purpose behind them, a mission, a voice, a connection, a human thing that helps people feel something, or helps them be seen, or help them feel less alone. So this is just the beginning of this Lex Life channel. This is going to be a slow-paced, calm, not hyper-edited style of channel. I'm not here to give you advice because I have it all figured out. I definitely don't have it all figured out. I want this to be us going on a journey together to rebuild how we create, to process all of this honestly, and how we can really create meaningful content in a world of hustle culture and people just losing who they really are. If you resonated with something in this video, please let me know in the comments down below. And subscribe if this is the type of community and channel that you've been wanting to connect with. And check out this next video where I talk about why creating feels so hard when you're already so overwhelmed, because I don't think the problem is laziness.